the quantity to the fourth power of 2x squared over 3y. You have to distribute this power of 4 to everything inside the parentheses, and that goes for the coefficients as well. So it really should look like 2 to the fourth x to the 8th. Remember, you multiply the exponents. And then over top of 3 to the fourth, and then y to the 8th. Not to the 8th power, that should be to the fourth power, my fault. And then you have to simplify this part. 2 to the fourth power is 16. And on the bottom, 3 to the fourth power is 81. The quantity squared of 4x to the fourth over 3y to the seventh. Think of 4 squared. That would be 16. And then 4 times 2 is 8. On the bottom, you'll have 3 to the second power, and that would be 9. And then y to the seventh to the second would be y to the 14th. The quantity cubed of 5x to the third over 4y to the sixth. Distribute that third power to the 5. Makes it 5 to the third. What is 5 to the third power? 125. And then x to the third power would be what?
9.
X to the ninth. You multiply the exponents. On the bottom, 4 to the third power. Raise 4 to that third power and get what?
116.
Not 116. 64. Should be 64. 4 times 4 is 16, then times 4 is 64. And then the third power to the y to the sixth. Multiply the exponents to get what?
18.
Y to the 18th. So this is your final answer. The quantity cubed of 2x to the 10th over 5y to the fourth. 2 to the third power is what?
8.
Yes, 8. That comes from 2 times 2 times 2. And then x to the 10th to the third is what?
30.
X to the 30th. On the bottom, what's 5 to the third? 125. And then y to the fourth to the third. Y to the 12th. This is it. Practice problem is the quantity to the fourth power of 2x to the fifth over 3y to the fourth. Solution for the practice problem: you must find 2 to the fourth. Here's the 2. You're raising it to the fourth power. 2 to the fourth power is 16. On your calculator, if you want to find that, type in 2, hit the caret button, and then 4. You'll come back with 16. And then multiply the exponent of 5 by 4 to get 20. On the bottom, 3 to the fourth power is 81. And then 4 to the fourth power is 16. There's a correction to make here. That's supposed to be a y here on the bottom. My y's and x's tend to get mixed up there because of my writing. That should be a y, 81y to the 16th on the bottom. Solution for the bonus problem: you're not multiplying 3 by 2 out here. It's 3 to the second power. So it's 3 times 3. And then x to the fourth to the second is x to the 8th. That 3 times 3 is 9, so it should be 9x to the 8th. For this bonus problem, it should be 4 to the second power, which is 16, and then you multiply 6 by 2 to get 12, and then y to the first power to the second power, that's 1 times 2, y to the second. In this problem, we will have 2 times the quantity of x squared minus y to the third plus 4 times the quantity x squared plus y to the third. Step 1 is to multiply through the parentheses by the number that is attached to it. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. And think of this as 2 times a negative y to the third, or 2 times minus y to the third. Either way, it's 2 times, or it should be minus 2y to the third. And then the same thing over here for the right side, 4 times x squared, and then 4 times y to the third. Once you multiply them out, you have to go back and simplify. X's go first because it's alphabetical order. You have a 2x squared and a 4x squared. If I have 2x squares and 4x squares, how many x squares do I have altogether? So it would be 6x squared. And then you have negative 2y to the third plus 4y to the third. That should be plus 2y to the third. And that's your final answer. Another example, 5 times the quantity of x plus y, and then minus 3 times the quantity x minus y. Step 1 is to multiply through the first set of parentheses by 5 to get 5x, and then plus 5y. Treat this as a negative 3. Negative 3 times x, that's going to give us a minus 3x. And then negative times negative is positive, so it's plus 3y. Now go back and simplify. 5x minus 3x is 2x, and 5y plus 3y is 8y. The quantity cubed of 5x to the fourth y to the second. It's no different than when you had the fractions. You just distribute the exponent to each one inside. So 5 to the third is 125. X to the fourth to the third power. Multiply those and come up with x to the 12th. And then y to the second, y to the third. Multiply those to get y to the 6th. Try this practice problem. Negative 4 times the quantity of x plus 2y, close the quantity, and then plus 2 times the quantity of x minus 3y, close the quantity. The solution for the practice should start off being negative 4x minus 8y. That comes from distributing this to here and here. And then plus 2x minus 6y. That comes from distributing this to here and here. Now simplify. Negative 4x plus 2x is a negative 2x. Negative 8y minus 6y is minus 14y.